I'm Bridget Phetasy, and this is your dumpster fire for April 25th to May 1st.
And the unicorns dance while the world burns, world burns.
In chief, Biden administration moves to ban menthol cigarettes and flavored cigars.
This is what happens when you have a cop in the White House. The White House doesn't have time to decriminalize weed because they're too busy banning menthols. And in other news, they have obviously never done MDMA. No one up in this White House has ever done Molly.
Sam and I don't get that joke.
You nerds. Get out there and do some drugs. Live a little.
I know, we were both just like, I don't get it.
You drug addicts out there get me. Of course, the dude behind the war on drugs is all about banning menthols. It was like public health advocates who are all for this because they want to try and diminish.
They want to try and diminish
disparities.
Smoking. Right, but supposedly the theory is to diminish smoking within the African American community because it's like 80% of them smoke menthols or something like that.
Right.
So they thinking is targeting that brand of cigarette is what's going to do it.
This is like banning Hennessy. Why are we just targeting one specific thing? We're just saying that the black community is not capable of quitting smoking on their own or choosing something to stop, and so we need to stop it for them. They argue that black Americans smoke menthols at a higher rate than other racial groups because the tobacco industry has targeted its menthol marketing toward black communities. It seems so infantilizing.
But they're not taking aim at any of these crazy candy-flavored e-cigs and vapes and stuff that specifically target children.
But what I don't understand about this is, and why I find it so weirdly infantilizing and kind of racist, is A, it seems like something else that you're going to be able to police the black community about.
Yes.
And B, it seems like we should just, if we're going to do this, why not ban cigarettes?
Yeah.
Why are we banning just menthols?
Right.
This is crazy. It's really weird. And the FDA said the FDA cannot and will not enforce against individual consumer possession or use of menthol cigarettes or any tobacco product. Yeah, no shit, FDA. That's not your job. Maybe make sure this memo gets passed to the police who are going to enforce this. I don't think we need to be adding reasons and contraband to the list of things that the black community can get freaking arrested for.
Yeah.
It's bullshit. I'd be so mad.
They don't care about the kids, but they're infantilizing the black community.
It's just ridiculous. And also not surprising coming from the dude behind the war on drugs. Like,
yeah, look where that logic got us.
Yeah, exactly. Tons of people in jail.
Uh-huh.
Mostly people of color.
Yeah.
Disproportionately. Yeah, let's ban another thing. Didn't we try prohibition? We know how these things work out. I feel like we've got some racists in the White House. They're like secret racists.
Then we have what is happening.
What is happening?
The vaccine jingle phenomenon sweeps the nation or the internet.
I'm a Pfizer girl in a COVID world.
We pioneered this. All right. We here at Dumpster Fire, Sam and I worked long and hard for at least 10 minutes to come up with a choreographed version of put your mask on, stay inside the house. Long before the pandemic even hit.
Yeah.
We were warning people.
Yeah.
Put your mask on. Stay inside the house. Spare me my life. Spare me my life. Put your mask on. Stay inside the house. Spare me my life. Spare me my
Yeah.
We knew it was coming.
Prophets.
Spare me my life. Spare me my life. We did a vaccine jingle. I've got the quarantine fatness.
I got that quarantine sadness.
Maybe we weren't just lame enough. Maybe it's because we were making fun of these people who clearly we need to open the theaters. This is what happens when people who are in musical theater get locked up.
Yeah, I want that herd immunity. I'm pulling on the sleeve. I'm signing up on the side.
All they need is a green
Especially
screen.
This guy.
They do this.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Mr. Biden, bring my vaccine.
It's also what a $150,000 liberal arts degree will get you. Aren't you proud, Mom and Dad? I'm not going to speak for anyone, but this seems like a rich kid who just is trying to be an influencer. which makes all the sense in the world. And what is that outfit?
It's Pfizer, Moderna, baby, my J&J, I'm vaccinated.
Yeah, as the kids these days say, this is cringe. And I feel like it's just getting made fun of by everybody.
Good.
Grab your syringe, but make sure you clean it.
There are a lot of sad, lonely people out there willing to be clown themselves on the internet in order for attention. This is what happens when you don't have people around you telling you the truth and you just have enablers.
You just have a couple of enablers.
Enablers!
Laughing along.
Who are my enablers, huh? Letting me up here in this garage, making a fool of myself at age 42? While we're talking about it,
Yeah.
we should definitely make sure that the people like, subscribe, and comment, and touch my bells and buttons. And make sure that you go back and watch all our jingles. Go back and watch all our jingles. Take your Vaxport, throw it in the garbage.
Oh. They're going to be like, shove it up your ass.
Spare me my life.
If you like freedom, you'll hate the Vaxport. Take your Vaxport and shove it up your ass, you freaking commies who want to control everything around and all of those wearing masks and shaming everyone. I am so grateful for this show. All of the rage that I feel when I see the things coming through my timeline, all of the frustration. And I get to be playful, which I think is so important because everyone online is losing their ability to laugh and dance and play. Live, laugh, love, dance, and play. Touch my bells and buttons and tell everyone you know that this is the only show that is the one to go to for the pandemic jingles and all of the mixing singles.
Mix singles?
You've had some better jingles in your past.
I've lost my will to
Lost your
live.
touch.
I've lost my touch. I thought that was a pretty good one.
All right. California.
We wrote a jingle about this too. Psychic spies from China try to steal your mind's elation. AB5 now you can't drive, there goes your next vacation. Bernie bros and insta hoes want commie fornication. Dream of commie fornication. Dream of commie fornication.
Oh, yes, you wrote a jingle.
Okay, maybe we stole a tune from the Red Hot Chili Peppers and made our own words to it.
There you go. People are moving from blue states to red states, causing a shift in congressional seats from blue to red.
This is fascinating because I've been talking all about how there's this ideological and actual migration, and now we're starting to see it with these census numbers. And California lost a seat for the first time in history. So fuck you, everyone on the internet who makes fun of me and says, oh, people are leaving California in droves. What about the traffic? You're a fucking idiot, okay? I have the proof right here. And you know what the proof is? Texas picked up 2 seats. And California lost 1. And I promise you one of those seats Texas picked up is the seat that California lost. That is my 100% accurate truth. Shaking my damn head. All you freaking Californians who left and went all the other places, and New Yorkers and Michigan people who left your liberal cities and fled to these states that picked up seats, please don't make the same mistakes in the states you fled to. You morons!
Morons!
Yes.
Capitalism always wins. Oscars ratings plummet with fewer than 10 million people tuning in. Sunday night's pandemic-restricted telecast drew 50% fewer viewers than last year's record low.
Good. And this is in Capitalism Always Wins, because if you go woke, you will go broke. And I don't know how long they're going to have to keep losing money and viewers before they realize that they don't have to pretend to be woke to sell movies and sports anymore. But I'm hoping this trend ends soon. If anything good comes out of the pandemic, it's the destruction of Hollywood.
At the very least, Hollywood award shows. God, they're annoying.
They're so just self-righteous. And then there was the videos of them talking at Union Station where they kicked out all the homeless people that they supposedly care about and made them move.
They came to us about a week ago and said that we had to move by Friday, trying to clean it up for the Oscars. They told us that if we didn't move, they were going to just demolish our stuff.
And then they were all talking around maskless, and meanwhile the entire staff had to wear masks.
Good seeing you, I ain't seen you in a while. I ain't seen you in a minute. This makes me really happy. Yeah.
So you have like a completely separate class of people.
We can't cover up our beautiful faces.
Here we are in the Capitol talking about our movies while these poor people have to wear masks behind us because they're waiting on us. And half of them are like Scientologists, so they're not vaccinated. Hey. The lack of self-awareness in Hollywood is staggering, except it's not if you live in Hollywood and you realize how much ass kissing goes on in this town.
Yeah, it's true.
It's just crazy.
That's a great point, Bridget. I think you're so smart.
Thank you.
Yes.
You look very pretty today.
Thank you.
Have you lost weight? You look like you've lost at least 30 pounds.
You know, I was at a dinner next to Rihanna, and it like she was sitting at the table next to me, and that was no joke exactly what it sounded like. It was just her publicist and some guy who was a producer just blowing copious amounts of smoke up her ass for the entire dinner.
Wow.
At least I'm in the low end of things where you don't need to tell me that I'm not a big deal.
Like, I am well aware of that.
Yes. If there's anything I know from years of being in Hollywood, it's that I'm very much not a big deal.
All right. And then we have the BDE Award. We have 2 recipients this week.
Raging Loki Lex and Rose McGowan. Sounds like a Western of 2 badass chicks in the Wild West who are going to go out and take
on a killing rampage or something.
Raging Loki Lex went on a tangent about masks, and she was like, look, COVID is over.
COVID. We're over it. Car accidents, strokes, heart attacks, all types of shit. We're gonna die. Everybody dies. Our government doesn't get the right to dictate how the we live in a pandemic, because this is motherfucking America. I am free. So for those who don't understand, you and COVID.
And I think that we can all agree that it's not over in India, but we're getting there, America. We're getting there. So Rose McGowan went on Fox, and she talked about how the Democrats are in a cult. Show me the lie.
Democrats, most especially, are in a deep cult that they really don't know about and aren't really aware of.
And then she had to do a 2-part series on her Twitter explaining herself why she went on Fox.
I did an interview on Fox News, and tonight they'll run with Rose McGowan says Democrats are in a cult, but I also said Republicans were too. The fact that Fox News let someone like me on is pretty extraordinary.
I was talking about this at a dinner the other night because a friend was saying, I find myself watching bits from Fox and being like, wow, this is, I kind of agree with this, and stuff on CNN. And I'm like, oh my God, these people are lying. And it's just so funny watching somebody with like the burgeoning red pill. You're like, oh, you're being red pill, little baby.
Come in. Flight this bird.
And Rose too. She at least said, Republicans are in a cult too, because obviously, leave all the parties, politically homeless, be an independent thinker. The best thing we can do is abandon both these shit shows and come together and use this energy to save this country. And Rose is just funny, man. She's fearless.
Yeah.
But yeah, she said they were in a cult. I was like, blue on, QAnon. Show me the lie. But my hat's off to these brave young women.
Proof we're living in a simulation. Ghost Minotaur is a robot that can break into your house.
Every week, we have to show you a robot that's going to kill you in the middle of the night. Don't say we didn't warn you, because we've been warning you for 56 weeks on this show.
No one takes our warning seriously.
No.
I wonder why.
We warned them about the pandemic. Everyone laughed and shunned us. We're so far ahead of the curve, we're already killed by robots.
yeah, these things are so creepy. They trigger something deeply disturbed in me.
Yeah.
You know, that weird, like, oh my God. Everything is racist.
Everything is racist.
3-time Jeopardy winner accused of white supremacy.
Oh, God, this is the dumbest story in the entire world, and I hate that we even have to cover it. But let me give you a brief overlay of what happened. It started with someone with 30 followers on Twitter, which is usually how these stupid things start, who said, hey, did the Jeopardy winner just flash the white power symbol? And then it took off from there to another former contestant and turned into an open letter from 450 previous Jeopardy contestants demanding that this guy who flashed the white power signal, which is the OK symbol, and now it's been turned into the white power symbol by 4chan and Redditors, that he apologize and denounce white supremacy, and also Jeopardy needs to do the same. And it was picked up by every major news organization because they have absolutely no credibility and they have nothing else to do now that Trump is not in office. And so they ran with this story, which is crazy. No evidence. When he won the first time, he flashed 1, and the second time 2, and the third time he said 3. And then in the comments, this is where I think Blue Anon is a real thing, the conspiracy wing of the left wing, which is real. Everyone's losing their mind. And somebody said, oh, that seems like a good cover for when you're going to flash the white power symbol, doing 1 and 2. So here's what you're proposing. This guy studied for Jeopardy and won Jeopardy 3 times just so he could flash the white power symbol. Like, you're a fucking crazy person. They're Jeopardy truthers. That's what these people are.
Why don't we cancel Apple? They've got the OK white power emoji.
Get rid of it. Get rid of the emoji,
Monson
Apple. Cancel Apple. Hashtag.
Cancel Apple. If you have an iPhone, you're a white supremacist.
Yep. The guy had to denounce white supremacy. He wrote a whole thing. None of these people should get any attention. Everyone should ignore them. And if it comes out that there's evidence of him being racist, okay, but you don't get to just run around calling everyone a white supremacist. And the first opening paragraph of their open letter is everything that's wrong with everything in our society right now. And as bored as I am with talking about cancel culture, this is a great example of what exactly it is. It reads, a recent contestant has caused concern among Jeopardy viewers for 2 separate occurrences, and we as former contestants feel the need to speak out against the messaging that these choices communicated, either intentionally or unintentionally, by the contestant. I'm not going to say his name because I don't want to keep giving his name a bad name, and implicitly by association, the producers of Jeopardy. That's like someone in a wheelchair being mad that somebody used the stairs and saying that they were offended. And that they owed them an apology. Like, it's not even, you can't be accusing people of things that they didn't even intentionally do. And then everyone that they know, this is the witch trials.
Yeah.
This is like, if she's a witch, she'll float. And if she's not, she'll sink.
Right. And she'll be dead, but it'll prove she's not a witch.
And anyone else who says she's not a witch is also a witch.
Right. Guilt by association.
It's so dumb. No evidence. Nothing. Everything is so dumb. Everything is so dumb. I'm going to lose it.
Thank God you do have dumpster fires.
I mean, seriously, thank God. People are like, oh, it just sounds like 3 women laughing about. I'm like, this is for me, motherfuckers. You're lucky you're in on it. This is my therapy.
You can leave, but subscribe on your way out.
I don't understand the people who hate watch and like literally hate watch every single episode just to make comments about how much they hate it. It's like, why are you wasting your time?
That's a real phenomenon on the internet. I have so many people who follow me on Twitter who just hate me. But please continue spending time on it, even if you hate us. And like, subscribe, and comment. And touch my bells and buttons. Tell Maggie the thing you love the most about dumpster fire.
There you go. I'll take those. My nemesis is at it again.
Oh, Elon. I'm starting to like him.
Elon Musk is hosting SNL on May 8th, and the cast is not happy about it.
I mean, he's the ultimate lib troll. He really is just trolling the libs at this point. I wonder if Elon will buy my domain, crymorelib.com, that I own.
Probably.
I own this. If anyone wants to buy crymorelib.com, please let us know. Give us a good offer. We're willing to sell it. To the moon! Elon's gonna take us to the moon. Elon's gonna...
What's further, the moon or Mars?
He's gonna take us to the moon.
Sam.
Sam.
Is that an actual question you just asked?
Sam, you have a NASA shirt. You absolute fraud. This might be when we find out that Sam is a flat earther. She's like, what do you mean? The earth is flat.
We all have our blonde moments.
Mm-hmm. We do. We have them often on this show. But you know who doesn't? Elon Musk. So he's going on Saturday Night Live, and all these little pussies are whining about it because they don't like Elon Musk, and they're just crying and saying, we don't want him on the show. They're probably going to get higher ratings than they've had in years with him on that show.
Yes.
Also, how bad are their ratings if they need to get Elon on their show? Pretty bad. And also, he's going to do some bit about Dogecoin. So buy the fucking dog coin now before it goes to the moon.
To the moon.
He's going to make us all rich.
Than Mars.
Elon's going to be the one that makes us rich.
Elon is going to make us rich. And Bill Maher was making fun of crypto last night. And he sounded like the 1994 version of the people who are like, what is internet?
Nothing with crypto in the title ever turns out good because the whole thing is a joke. It's just Easter Bunny cartoon cash.
Can't believe this crypto stuff. Am I right? Like, you are literally okay, boomer. He's just a fading boomer. And we're coming for your job, Bill Maher. Elon, he is man of the people, but wants to be king of the people. He's going to be my king. Jaren's like, anything to have dinner with him.
So we're looking at what's that movie with Demi Moore and Woody Harrelson? But Indecent Proposal. It looks like an Indecent Proposal type situation.
Hey, I know what Elon's like in the bed with his little.
That's right.
I go to Texas and come back, and I'm like, I got a tattoo.
An alien scar tattoo, guys. No big deal. Sprained my eyes. Is having a baby in 2021 pure environmental vandalism?
We're so close. We're so close to the headline that I've been waiting a lifetime for, which is that if you cared about Earth, you would kill yourself. We're so close. We're just inching right up to it. The article was actually pretty mild. It's just a clickbait headline, but I love these headlines. They're so dumb. She was basically like, still I had a baby and I might make greener choices. That was like the big theme of this article. The article is so boring, it needed a headline like this. But headlines like this deserve mockery.
Yes.
As well as
headlines, are our pets destroying the planet? Well, that's not the headline, but that's basically the essence of the article.
If you aren't fattening your pet up for the post-apocalyptic world, then I don't know what you have a pet for. I'm fattening my dog up because she's going to be getting roasted over an oil drum in the apocalypse. I mean, if you love Earth, kill yourself. And if you can't kill yourself, kill your pets. Dumpster diving. What's next in the dumpster?
Man makes a greenhouse instead of a mask.
All I want to say about this is you are a sad person who wants attention.
It's just pretentious. I mean, okay, go creativity, but Jesus Christ.
This is the masks they're going to wear on Mars.
I wouldn't mind smelling like lavender and rosemary.
Maybe that's where you can grow your mint for your freaking raves that you're going to go to.
Then we have Breaking Bridget.
This one definitely broke me. It belongs in journalism, but it broke me. Republican South Carolina Senator Tim Scott decided to daringly come out and say that America is not a racist country. And an actually quite beautiful speech that was pretty uplifting, considering how dark things have been and pessimistic the world seems to be right now.
Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country.
The full quote was, Today, kids are being taught that the color of their skin defines them again. And if you look a certain way, they're an oppressor, doubling down on the divisions we've worked so hard to heal. You know this stuff is wrong. Hear me clearly. America is not a racist country. Pretty reasonable. I think most Americans can stand here. Mm-hmm. And then, just like clockwork, the Democrats came after him in the most racist ways possible, which is completely infuriating to me because if you're on the right team, you get to be blatantly racist. Uncle Tim was trending for hours on Twitter. That's crazy.
That's insane.
Hours.
It's ridiculous.
They will ban you for saying much less shit than that, and they will let Uncle Tim trend. It's so ridiculous to me. It is like the double standard, but it's not even a double standard. It's basically, this never has anything to do with race. They don't actually care. It's ideology. You're either on the right team or you're not. Identity and race are nothing. It's all about what club you're in. And if you're in the wrong club and you are a black conservative, you're going to get called all kinds of names by blue check liberals, by people with massive platforms, by people who have freaking been in blackface, like Jimmy Kimmel and Joy Behar.
Every black Republican senator got together to let the American people know the Republican Party isn't racist.
Tim Scott, he does not seem to understand a racist country and systemic racism.
What happened to your lived experience? Maybe, why doesn't his experience count? And he's not saying America hasn't been racist in the past. He's saying that it's not racist now in the way that people are saying it is. The act of trying to address what once was does not mean that that still is. We can still address these past things, talk about them. He wrote a bill for police reform that was shut down by Democrats by the filibuster, which they're now saying is a freaking relic of Jim Crow. Like, it makes my brain want to explode. It breaks me.
Yeah. This
This kind of stuff breaks me. Jimmy Kimmel basically mocked him. Joy Behar said that he doesn't get to say this. I'm like, when did it become okay for a white person to tell a black person that they were wrong about their experience in America as a black person?
Right. Mm-hmm. Because he's a Republican.
Yeah, it's fucking bullshit. It's bullshit.
Because aren't you supposed to be checking your privilege as a white person and listen to the black voices?
Isn't this white splaining? Yeah. Like, what are we doing here? No fucking standards, no principles, no self-awareness, nothing. It actually makes me so upset because they're such fucking race baiters and racist. Openly racist.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's okay to be blatantly and openly racist if you are on the right team. I mean, the stuff I've seen people say to Candace Owens and people like Tim Scott, it was disgusting reading the comments. And you think you're the good guy. Yeah. You're not the fucking good guy if you're going after him because he's not parroting some ideology that you get behind.
Right.
And then even cult leader Ibram X. Kendi was saying the heartbeat of America is denial, which is the whole idea of anti-racism. Essentially, if you deny that racism exists, you're essentially racist. Even if you deny that you are a racist, it is evidence of your racism. It's illiberalism, really. And it's also insane. Everyone needs to push back against this. And in the final line, he said, "We get to live in the greatest country on earth. I'm confident that our finest hour has yet to come. Original sin is never the end of the story, not in our souls and not for our nation. The real story is always redemption." Beautiful.
Wow. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Beautiful, powerful words. And he got dragged by the left. I'm going to be voting for Tim Scott in 2024.
Tim Scott.
Tim Scott. Tim Scott. I like him.
Yeah.
I like him. I like his message of redemption. It's so important right now with this everybody getting, destroyed and no forgiveness, no redemption. We need this. We have to save I get emotional talking about this stuff. It breaks me. And I get emotional because I saw what was being said to him. And it's like, how can you not see how racist you are?
And think you're one of the good guys by saying this.
And dragging him.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you're the baddies. Internet is glorious to cleanse your palate from my very angry rant about how racist the Democrats are.
You're thinking of a card? Your card just left the deck. Look through the deck, your card isn't there. Go ahead and look. Grab a piece of fruit for me, like one that we can open up. Say your card out loud. I know hurts. See how there's a card in the orange? There's one card inside. Please remove it.
No, that's just crazy.
Get the out of my house.
So this is Kim Kardashian while she studies for law school, and this is me while I study for law school.
First of all, housekeeping. We will be off on Mother's Day. We're taking a weekend off. And moving forward, we're going to have a schedule that you can hopefully all get behind. And so we can avoid burnout and you can know what to expect. And we have this beautiful symbiotic relationship of audience and whatever we are, you know, old ladies on YouTube. The golden girls of YouTube. Yeah. 3 weeks on, 1 week off will be the schedule moving forward, particularly into the summer when things start getting dodgy. People need time off. There might be some exceptions, but that is what we're going to try and stick to. Also, so we can make other content for you other than Dumpster Fire, because we have sketches and Ask Me Anythings and live streams and all kinds of things we want to do with you. And we can't do them when we're doing this every single weekend because we all have jobs that we work during the week. But yeah, so we'll be back the 16th. Enjoy your Mother's Day, and if you don't have a mother, I'm sorry. If you're grieving, it can be a sad holiday for people, so just try and take care of yourself. Phetasy news. Julian Walker was on Walk-Ins Welcome. He has a podcast, Conspirituality, which is fascinating look at the overlap between QAnon and the wellness community, so check that out. The interview is amazing. Check him out. Continue subscribing and listening to Walk-Ins Welcome. We have so many cool guests coming up on there too. I appeared on the Chrissy Meyer podcast, started crying in 10 minutes when I was shown a viral video. So that's fun if you want to jerk off and watch me cry. I know some of you like to do that.
People are not doing well, you know, like that I don't know, that just like is so sad to me. And then you videotape it and now he's viral and it's like it's all so upsetting.
Check that out. Join Phetasy.com and see the unedited version of this Dumpster Fire when you subscribe. And you also get access to all of the fun things we do in there. We have drop-ins welcome, Zoom calls. I also do daily workouts for the ladies, and they're super busy, and dance cardio, and we make goals, and it's a super positive place, actually. It's so fun.
It is.
Mm-hmm. I started a Substack. It's free. Just sign up. I'm going to be putting out some writing. I'm a writer. I should have a Substack. And go to bridgetphetasy.com for merch. We had a nice Earth Day shirt. We have all kinds of vaccine passport shirts, and we've got tons of stuff coming. So check that out. The best way to support us is to join Phetasy.com. And if you're poor, we understand and can't do that. Just help us get to 50,000 subscribers on YouTube, because that's our little goal here. And if you're a commie, we don't want your time or your eyes.
We'll take your money, though.
They don't have any money.
They don't believe in giving us any money.
They want everything for free. Please like, subscribe, comment, touch my bells and buttons. Tell one person about this show. If you feel like somebody's struggling and they might be having a hard time with the news cycle, or they're kind of gently getting red-pilled or waking up from one or the other sides, this is the show for them. Give them a little bit of a listen. Tell them to come check us out. Thank you to our patrons, supporters, subscribers, anybody. We love the emails. Thank you all. I love all of you. I just can't tell you how much this means to me, actually, because it is keeping me sane. You are keeping me sane. It goes both ways. The symbiotic relationship. Thank you, Better Phetasy, for the research and the jokes. I can't do this without you. Follow Better Phetasy on Twitter. Thank you, Zen Pro Audio, for the mic. The mic is amazing. If you need any audio needs, check out zenproaudio.com. And thank you, Sam.
Thank you, Bridget.
Go follow Sam anywhere online. Tell her that she is a sad Persian girl with a big heart. Thank you, Cousin Maggie.
Thank you, Bridget.
For being my ride or die. And this has been your Dumpster Fire for the week of April 25th to May 1st. I'm Bridget Phetasy. Now make me rich.